Hi, and welcome to our brand new tutorial series for our Rhino plugin Morpho. This is the first session, Introduction and Plugin Installation. I'm your host, Benjamin. I'm with the customer success team, and I'm here to ensure that you have a smooth ride with our plugin. So, at first, I want to talk about the whole series and what's gonna come, what you can expect from this series. So, it's a 9-part video tutorial series, and it's a click-by-click follow-along tutorial. So it's quite convenient and easy to follow. And yeah, in this 9-part series, we're basically going to talk about the whole workflow from the start to finish, everything important, and yeah, the most important basics from the plugin. And yeah, basically the workflow will be, we're gonna talk about the setup of the plugin, and the workflow, as it's stated here, is like the most important steps of the plugin workflow process. So first the setup of the plugin, and then the creation of a model area, then running a simulation within Rhino, and then finally visualizing the results. And all this you're gonna learn in our new series here. So the content of the first video is first the plugin structure. I'm going to talk about and introduce the plugins real quick, also for those who are maybe not so familiar with it. And then I'm going to list the features and capabilities of the plugin and how you may going to use it. And then finally, I'm also going to show how to install the plugin. So now to talk about the plugin and explaining how it's integrated into Rhino and ENVI-met. So just as a brief explanation, Rhinoceros is a 3D modeling software which is probably used in many fields like architecture and product design. And it's really unlimited in its 3D capabilities. So you can read and create 3D models and also render them quite sufficiently. And it's really unlimited in size and complexity, so you can really realize your concepts really good with the software. And within Rhino, there is the software Grasshopper. Grasshopper is a visual programming language. It's mainly used to automate some processes and integrate some algorithms that might save you some time with your model, and it's quite convenient to add some parameters and to modify your 3D model. And it's quite easy to use because it's a visual programming language. So it's based on module and nodes that you connect. And for this Grasshopper software, or this Grasshopper language, there are multiple plugins, and one of those is Morpho, which is our ENVI-met plugin. So I'm gonna explain more in detail later what the Morpho plugin is able to do, but just as a quick introduction, as I mentioned, it's the ENVI-met plugin. So you can everything you can do in the main software in ENVI-met, you can do with the plugin without leaving Rhino basically. And it's also compatible with a lot of different other Grasshopper plugins like Ladybug, Honeybee, or Dragonfly, which are also quite commonly used in the architectural context. So now to introduce the features and capabilities of the plugin. Just to list all the main functions, it's possible to create a model area. So you take your 3D model basically and convert it into a ENVI-met model area, because it's working quite different in ENVI-met, where everything gets translated into a cube raster basically, but you're going to learn about this later in more detail. Then you can set up different simulation parameters, and with the Morpho plugin, it's quite easy to quickly change those parameters and run multiple versions of your model. Then you can run the simulations from within Rhino just with a click of a button, and then after you're finished, you can load them into Rhino and visualize the results, also in many different ways. And that's quite useful because you can add the visualization layers to your model area. So it's a really good way of visualizing those results. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's compatible with many other plugins, which makes the whole workflow and the whole process a lot more easier. Then in more detail, you can assign different building materials. So it's really useful for medium or smaller and medium-sized projects. You can also do big projects, but then it's maybe a bit tedious to assign different building materials to every building if you do like a whole city quarter. But you have a really high degree of detail you can add to your model if you assign different building materials. Then you can integrate a whole variety of different plants and greenery, so many trees, shrubs, grass, facade greening, wall greening, roof greening, of course, and also some agricultural plants. So many different options. Then you can import weather files for full forecasting. If you're unfamiliar with that, just wait for one of the next videos. So you can create different scenarios with more simple weather data or more complex weather data. You can add sources to your model. This means pollution sources, for example, car pollution or air pollution, but also water fountains that add water mist to your environment. Then it's also possible to add terrain to your model area, and you have the option to export your model in two different ways, so the concept design and the detailed design. But yeah, you're gonna learn more about that later. Just to summarize, the complete workflow of ENVI-met is integrated here into the plugin, into Rhino, so you don't really have to leave Rhino at all. If you're familiar with Rhino, that will be quite helpful for you, I guess, because you can stay within your designated working space, working software, which you know best probably. And also important to mention, the plugin currently is compatible and tested for Rhino version 6 and 7. It also works for Rhino 8, but there can be some problems, so just be aware of that. So now we're going to move on to the installation process. You're just going to have to click this link. You can type it out, or just click the link in the description. And this is going to lead you to the GitHub page where the plugin is uploaded. And then if you download the exe, if you have Rhino opened, you should close it for installing the plugin. Then execute the file. Optionally, you can also download the example folder, which can be quite helpful for the beginning. There are many example projects and example files that show you how to use the plugin, and you can just load them into Grasshopper and then execute them, and then you will understand how the plugin works. So I'm just gonna go to GitHub, and then we're gonna walk through the installation process together. So now we are here at GitHub on the Morpho installation page, and here under releases you can download the latest version, which is currently version 1.11. And as I mentioned, here is the examples folder, but for now we're just gonna install the exe, so just click here and it's gonna install. So once it's installed, head to your downloads folder and just double click here. Then probably it's gonna open this window because Windows is not familiar with this installation file, but you can disregard this and just go to more info and run anyway. And then accept the agreement and just follow the installation guide. And this is already finished. So now we can open Rhino and take a quick look. So once at Rhino, just head to the command line and type in Grasshopper and open. And once Grasshopper is opened, you can look up here at the tabs, and under Morpho you will find all the modules that you will need for the plugin. But how to use them, this is a part for the next video. So this was already it for the first video. I hope you got a good overview of the whole plugin and the whole series. So I'm just going to quickly summarize what we learned today. So I presented the series overview and what you can expect for the next videos to come. Then I listed the field of use or the feature list of the plugin and why you might consider using it. Also the compatibilities with other plugins. And then I showed you the installation guide. So for the next session, we're going to talk about workspace and model dimensions. And until then, stay safe and goodbye.